Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm going to answer another question today. Someone asked me if I've ever been frightened by someone who came here to receive a reading. And I have to tell you, when you do this work, you do have to be careful, especially if you're a female and you live alone. It's not, I wouldn't suggest that you ever invite anybody in your house that you don't know. So you have to be careful when you do this work. I always, my husband is always here, in another part of the house, and my adult son lives home with us, so there's always someone in the house. When I do readings, I would never do a reading in my center if I was completely alone, unless I knew the person. It was a female. I'd have to have some reassurance that, especially if it was a male, it would have to be somebody that I knew in order to invite him in to do any kind of a reading. So, we have to be careful. We have to be smart. It's it's not a safe world out there, unfortunately, but that's the reality of it. So you have to be careful. Now, sometimes I've done readings, and sometimes the people that sit in front of us are people who maybe didn't live such a good life, and the energy that pulls in. One time I did a reading on a gentleman, and a spirit energy pulled in and basically, relayed the information to me that this person who sat in front of me in the physical sense had harmed him, had actually assisted in this individual's passing. So of course I don't want to say, oh, a spirit energy just pulled in, this is the name he gives me, and he tells me that you assisted in his passing, because I don't know if this man's going to really be upset by this, or maybe be upset that I know. So, we have to be smart. We have to be careful, not only with who we bring here or invite into our homes or centers, but also we have to be aware of how we bring the information in. So the way I presented that was, I just said that an energy presented himself, and he was very forgiving, and he wanted you to know that it's okay, and he forgave you for whatever it is. I said I don't really know what he's talking about, but I hope that you understand what he's talking about. And the gentleman said, I certainly do understand what he's talking about. He said, and he does forgive me. I said, absolutely. So I think you can rest easy, because he is in a wonderful place. He's where he's supposed to be. He's very happy, and he has a very a sense of real forgiveness for you. So, please rest easy now, knowing that all is forgiven on this side as well as that side. So, that was good enough for him. But I have to say, I got a little nervous when the spirit energy pulled in and relayed the information to me that, apparently the gentleman who sat in front of me in the physical sense had harmed this other individual in spirit in some way and assisted in the passing. So, again, I had to be very careful with my wording. And that's why I say to people, part of mediumship is not just having the ability to see spirit or to hear from them. The main part of mediumship, especially evidential mediumship, professional mediumship, is knowing how to bring the messages in, bring them in an appropriate way, in an appropriate way for the individual who sits in front of you, as well as for you, the medium. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. And again, whenever we do this work, we have to be very careful where we do it, how we do it, and never invite anybody into your home or center, especially at night, and especially in a secluded area, okay? So I hope that answers your question, and as always, I leave you in God's love and light.